I had to give him my hair. Yeah.
YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, podcast listeners across the globe. Welcome to the best, the brightest, and the blackest combat sports review show on YouTube. Anywhere else you may listen to us. This is We Talk Combats. I am one of your hosts. I go by the name of King. I will also go around the board and introduce you to my other co-hosts. We'll start with Queen. How are you today, babe? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excellent. It's been an interesting week on and off the mat, so I'm excited to discuss it. How are you doing today?
I'm great, babe. Thanks for asking. Travis, what up, bro? How are you today? You're muted, bro.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we had another week of wrestling, so let's talk about it.
All right, bro. What up, BA? How you and the baby doing?
We all right. We all right. Daddy duties don't stop, but I'm here.
Yes, sir. Do us a favor, y'all. If you haven't already and you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button near BA's left shoulder. Also, hit the like button if you're interested in, well, if you like this kind of content, interested in helping us get out to other folks like yourself that may be interested in finding the content like this. Hit that notification bell as well, so you're always notified of when we do have shows. We mostly have them on Sunday afternoons, but sometimes we have them on Saturdays and other days as well. Do us one last favor while you're at it, and follow us on our other channel, We Talk Combat Clips, where we have condensed version of our shows over there. We're trying to get our followers up on that side as well. We appreciate everyone that has followed so far. We appreciate folks that have followed as well on the main channel over here. We appreciate you guys, especially the shout outs we've gotten from guys like Bobby Monsoon, from our guys over at Black Couch Booking, and also at Dietrich Davis over at New Wrestling World Order. We appreciate all you guys. So thanks to everyone that's came over and subscribed to the channel from the shout outs. And I guess let's get to the show. Start with the highs and lows. All right, everybody, another week of WWE product. We'll discuss here Raw, NXT, TNA, if anybody watched it, SmackDown, any PLEs we normally do. We go around the room, give our highs and lows of the product for the week, and also give an overall letter grade. Not a real in-detail review, but just if there's anything that caught our eyes, good or bad. So I'll go around the room, but let me basically first discuss Raw. The Vision was the high point of that show, I guess, or the major point, I should say. The Vision ending already this soon. Seemed like they just got a name, but they turned on Seth Rollins. We'll talk about that, maybe other reasons as well, including why they turned so quickly. On NXT, we had Ricky Saints challenging Trick Williams for the NXT championship. Defending his championship, but still challenging Trick to a championship match this upcoming Saturday at Halloween Havoc. SmackDown, I didn't get a chance to see TNA. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm still trying to find a way. I'm hoping TNA gets a TV deal so we can really catch TNA, but as of now, we're usually late watching TNA. But on SmackDown, we had Ilja Dragunov return and answer Sami Zayn's challenge for the Open U.S. Championship match, and he did win and became the new United States champion. We'll get to some TNA later, but let me go around the room. Queen, let's start with you, babe. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what is your overall letter grade?
So I guess we'll start with the Seth Rollins Vision situation. Like you said, they just literally got a name. So I'm surprised that fell apart so fast, but we understand that at Crown Jewel, he was injured, or at least that's from what we saw at the event. Now they're starting to explain more about what actually happened to him. But he was jumping off of the ropes and landed on his elbow area. So we're assuming I think he's getting shoulder surgery because of that. So, they had to work that into a plot line. So this week was actually kind of funny. I'm not even going to talk as much about the matches because everybody else is going to kind of focus on them. this week was a lot of the backstage and the promos for me. So Cody came out in the all black. I thought he was going to dye his hair too, maybe, and that we were going to get like an undashing, American Nightmare. Like that actually would have been interesting. Like I think that surprisingly, recently, when there's been injuries, it's enabled them to have to come up with better storylines on the fly and push a lot of directions that maybe they would have waited to push on. So now that Seth is going to be, on the back burner for a second, we're getting to see a lot more of the other talent as well as seeing their stories be able to be connected in a lot more interesting and unpredictable way because everything's been kind of predictable up to this point. So like you said, the vision, that whole thing, Seth said he don't need nobody, they're out. I'm curious if possibly CM Punk or Cody Rhodes are going to join up with the vision, if the vision is going to stay around or if that's going to turn into a different stable. We'll see. um like I mentioned too with the Cody Rhodes thing, his whole point was that he came out and ended up doing his whole I'm in between everything, but I'm still like your QB, love me, yada yada yada. He ended up, I believe, fighting Drew McIntyre, which was kind of funny because there was a lot of weird movements during that situation. Like he moved everything off the table because he was going to, slam Drew into it, but there was like a hesitation because Drew did something else, and then he had to go back and reset up that move. So it was kind of like like I said, a rush situation. They're trying to throw some storylines together. So we'll see if that's going to be a little bit more interesting. And Carmelo attacked Miz this week, which is kind of a more exciting thing for me because I think that's going to play into the Trick Williams come up situation, which I'm kind of excited for that. I think that's going to be one, it's going to bring a lot of, like I just said, new storylines because anybody can kind of get involved in that storyline. But the main point will be Carmelo versus Trick and how they was brothers and how they fell apart because eventually Carmelo's ego started taking over the duo. Um, I think the last thing I want to talk about is the MFTs. So MFTs came out. They're starting to get a little bit more of a aura about them. So they came out in the face paint, which segued into the Wyatt Six coming out in their face paint. So it actually kind of a little set up a little spooky, cool moment, and I really enjoyed it. I always love Solo on the mic. The last thing I wanted to mention though, and I'm sad that I didn't really see a lot of the women's matches this week. So sorry about that. I know I saw Sol Ruka and some other folks wrestling, but I didn't see them. So Sami Zayn, we talked about that, him doing the call up, and Ilya taking the belt off of him finally, because I've been tired of watching the Sami Zayn title thing. Like I'm over it. They just want an excuse to push Sammy on the screen, and I understand that, but I'm over it. Let's get some new storylines going on with that. Um, Daggone it. What was the last thing I want to say? Oh, I was excited too because I had seen on the low that your boy Jacob 52 was going to be out for a non-medical reason for, an indeterminate amount of time. So then they made a plot line on the show of him getting, I guess someone smashed a rack or a shelf on his head. And then when they smashed his head, some of his teeth came out. Kings discussed it with me on the sideline, saying probably that his golds are probably going to get taken out because I believe he has permanent golds on his bottom of his teeth. It might be on the top teeth too, but I know it's on his bottom teeth. So they put that into a plot line. He gonna be out for a second. So again, a lot of people are going out right now for like indeterminate amount of times, which means that there's gonna be a lot of room for people in TNA and NXT to come up and get a little bit more storyline, a lot more TV time on one of the blue or the red brands. So I'm excited about that. Obviously, the point of this, or not the point of this episode, but the main focus of this episode is going to be much into the rest of that. But I'd say this week on the shows that I saw, because as I said, I didn't see TNA or NXT. I saw the highlights for NXT. Um, I would say this week probably. Well, see, it's crazy because it was like a lot of stuff that happened wasn't even stuff that was plot line. So it kind of helped this week. So I'm gonna give this week actually a B plus because everything I saw for the most part was interesting. Like like we kind of knew something was going to happen with the Vision, but I'm kind of glad that they've disbanded and that we're going to get to see. Well, not they've disbanded, but they've kick Seth out, but we should be able to see now a lot more from the other two. And hopefully this means that we're going to see a little bit better development into Brunson Reed, not as much Braun Breaker, because Braun Breaker, I feel like he's had a lot more hands-on grooming to help him be a wrestler because he's in a wrestler family. And not to say the other guy isn't in a wrestler family, but he's seen wrestling his whole life and he's seen the WWE in specific his whole life. So with that being said, I feel like Brunson Reed got a lot more TV time during this past few weeks with the whole storyline with the shoes. So I'm hoping
I think we lost her, but she gave the show a B plus. She said she was towards the end. She gave awesome points. I'll move across to you, Travis. Now, what were your highs and lows of this week's
Mm-hmm.
wrestling product, and what was your overall letter grade?
Okay, so I think pretty much the big thing that, like Queen said, this whole vision thing, that was pretty much a big surprise to me because I didn't expect for them to easily break up this soon. I at least expected the bronze, at least to get some type of gold out of this. They've only been together for at least like 170 something days. Like, yeah, exactly. Oh, well, this Bailey and Lara thing, like now, like it's getting boring to me. Like I'm pretty much tired of that. Um, I still think that Raquel Rodriguez should be able to get the first crack at Stephanie Valquer instead of Roxanne Perez because she deserves it. Just like what Kevin Nash called out and said, "Look, you need to do this better, you need to do that," and she's been excelling every day since then throughout the whole week of Raw. But also this NXT. I see that Matt Cardona is basically getting picked up where he left off as being Zack Ryder, basically getting beat up all the time. Um, I still don't think like technically Trick has a chance to win at Halloween Havoc because I know he's like soon he's going to get called up to the main roster and perform. And what's that? Oh, for SmackDown, my boy. I'm like Ilya. Like Ilya has been like one of my favorites ever since I started watching NXT. Like, of course, with Trick, Mello, Braun, Gunther, those type of guys. Like when it was I believe it was 2.0. I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm like it's exactly too bit early or soon or whatever, but yeah, I hope that this run of the U.S. title. Like, hopefully they give him a chance. Like, I don't think he will be a bad champion. I just hope that he's not one of those champions that defends the belt at least once and then just like have it on him for a while, sit around and everything, and actually defend it. Like, actually give him a chance. Like better than what they did solo. But also, I think with this whole Jacob Fatu attack. I don't think Drew did it. I actually think Solo and them did it. Because look, when Solo had them interviews and everything, right? And he was talking about, bringing the family back and everything like that. And we all coming back for championships. So I was saying that Solo was going to be try to go at the WWE Championship, Tama and Tonga, the Tag Team Championships, and I probably say JC was going to go at least after the United States Championship, which I probably think Tala Tonga was basically going to get like left out the dust anyway. Just basically be there, be the enforcer of the group. But so far with these surprises and everything like that, with SmackDown and everything like that, I actually give this week's of wrestling at least a B minus.
So you're giving it a B minus, so Queen a B plus. Travis, you gave it a B minus, and let's get the BA then. BA, are we staying on the high this week? What are your highs and lows of this week's wrestling product? What's your overall at a grade, bro?
Well, first we gotta backtrack to we're still within the week, Bound for Glory, right? And shout out to I guess the Dudley Boys. Shout out to Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy's. It was a trash match, but at the end of the day, we wasn't necessarily looking for no type of great spots in that. We just wanted them to, fade out peacefully. And that's what the Dudley Boys did. Bubba Ray had a little acting towards the end of that match. Extremely sold it, but they retired on their own terms. I like that. I like Cena retiring on his own terms. I like AJ saying that 2026 is his last year. We grew up in an era where guys wasn't necessarily retired. It was the guard was taking them out in a sense, right? So these dudes are now like legitly retiring, and that's a good thing just for the overall benefit of wrestling. Two, Javon Evans, Leon Slater, one of the greatest matches you ever see, and it's just the beginning with these two dudes. The ending was trash, but the match itself was just exquisite, this exquisite talent. And I'm gonna just go right into the last match. Trick dominated the match. Mike Santana had a little moment, got a victory. One of the worst finishes of all time. Got to change that. And then they completely botched the ending. Not them, but TNA management or whoever it is by having everybody else trying to come out. That was Mike's moment. He had his daughter out there. They should just let him have his moment. That leads into Raw. Raw was everybody was talking about the vision and everything like that, and it was time. It was time. It wasn't going anywhere. I guess people was trying to think like, all right, hold on to War Games. That's what everybody was kind of thinking because it's just the whole Survivor Series aspect of it. But I felt satisfied once the spear came. I said, all right, enough of this. Somebody had to do it. And I like the fact that Braun is taking the lead in this. And Braun was like, well, shit, I ain't gonna be on no sinking ship. So, that's cool with me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay the way that ended. I'm okay with Raw in general. Shout out to everybody that showed up. It was just a decent show. NXT was cool. Nothing too much from Ricky Saints, the champion. So that was that. Trick did his not there, but I'm like, still gonna make an impact on the show. And they was just based off of that. And Ricky kept coming back to the fact that he wasn't there and all this stuff. Trick still runs NXT, and he'll run it after he leaves too. That's that. The Battle Royal was cool though. The women's Battle Royal was cool. It took 12 girls to eliminate Lash Legend. So I was appreciative of that. They ain't let her go out no sucker. Jada Parker had some nice spots in that. Like these. Look, they the future of NXT for the quick future. Let them get the titles on, and then let them get up out of there. So that's that. Kalani Jordan had some nice moments. Had a Kofi Kingston spot in which Jordan Grace straight destroyed, but at the end of the day, it was still a nice spot. Shout out to even Jordan Grace. She had some nice joints. I thought she was going to win. She didn't. I can't even tell you the winning name. Their championships that they have right now, the people, JC Jane and all, they not it. But they might be career triple A'ers, I should say. Not necessarily the wrestling formation, just like baseball. Like some people just stay stuck in the minor leagues. And I think they got a couple guys, couple girls that's gonna be stuck in the minor leagues. Ricky might be stuck in the minor leagues. Some of these guys should be just stuck there for a little bit. And other people with talent, like extreme talent, one of a kind talent, just let them go in on and go right past it. It's no need. And I think that's what they're doing for the women's, and I think that's definitely what they're doing for the men's. Javon is going to go and go right past Ricky, just no questions asked. And it's okay. Sometimes it's just okay. You got to check. You're getting checked. They're getting paid. I'm gonna go ahead on and go straight to SmackDown. Shout out to Melo. That was one of the most important things I've seen. Just the fact that Melo came out there with the impact. I mean, I thought he really hit the Miz. That was Miz. Shout out to Miz. He sold the hell out. I'm like, yo, I heard it. So that was that. But Ilja Dragunov came out. I'm not a huge fan. I was talking to Travis at the shop the other day. Today was it day? Yesterday? Yesterday? Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan. But this is the time to make me a believer in a sense, right? You know, he had his year off. Hopefully, Paul says Mike's skills got better, and we're gonna see what he's at. He's a phenomenal talent. I'm not taking anything away from his in ring ability, but this is wrestling. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell. You gotta be entertaining, and we're gonna see that he got a little tattoo on. You know, he got a little swole a little bit, Paul. So all right, we're gonna see what's up with you. So this is your chance. Um, Triple H gave you the green light. We wish he gave other people the green light just like that, but you know he chose to give it to him, and we're gonna see what he's gonna do with it. The I know that the girls had it, the women's had a tag title, Soul Ruka and all that. That match was trash. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I'd rather see Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss entertain versus wrestle, and it's not necessarily them. It's just I guess the people, the NXT or Soul Ruka and Zarya, they just haven't had enough matches with them, so the chemistry wasn't 100% there. So that will come in time, but not right now. Shout out to Blake Monroe showing up though. And we just move forward to, I guess we can fast forward to the last match and just the whole Jacob Fatu and how that transpired. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know who particularly did it. A lot of people are saying Cody did it. It's going to be a thing. I think they should let this run. They should let this run for a little bit. Let this get some steam. Let it get some legs. And who done it? You know, let that kind of be one of those things. It's a thing that we see constantly. I think Jay Cargill just had one, but it's cool though. It's like let the internet, let the fans, let us just kind of just say like, well, is it this person? Is this person? And they can give us little clues along the way, and it just keeps us entertained because they didn't know what they was doing with that. They didn't know. I don't like the fact that Jacob Fatu got a title match though. When the hell did he deserve number one contendership? I don't remember him winning too many matches in a row or anything like that. I don't remember him pinning the champion. These are things I don't know. So at least I can date back to jump back to Raw. Roxanne Perez did pin Io. Like, yeah, oh, you know, the champ. Like, I get that, right? So she was like, "Yo, I beat the former champ." I can't tell you what Jacob Fatu did. He's been losing. So I don't like the fact that when he comes back, he can pick up where he left off. And then so when he comes back, he's still going for the number one contendership. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Drew's in it. Like, you just lost. when does the loser of a match get the number one contenders match right after you lost? You gotta jump back to the end of the line, brother. You gotta work back up again. That's usually how this thing goes. But you know, who knows why this is? You know, it could be artificial intelligence leading this whole thing. You know, shout out to, we're gonna plug the future segment. So we don't know what's going on. I don't think Cody did it. Trav said Solo and them boys. I don't think they did it. I don't think Drew did it. I'm gonna just throw out Randy just so I can put a name on somebody. It's about time that Randy start listening to some of those voices and date back to the old Randy, and let's just see Randy have a title run. Like it's long overdue, and that's particularly what I want to see at this point. But shout out to Cody, man. Cody was, I know them things were slippery, pause. I know those shoes were slippery, and he performed. He performed very well. I'm gonna give Cody it just that. You know, just the whole thing. But this is a bad precedent. So if I beat up the person backstage that I have a number one contenders match with a champion, bless me with a title match, this is not good. We don't want to go in this direction at all. So let's not keep that up either. So all in all, I was entertained all week. We're gonna get that aside. We got the division breaking up. We got a good spot for Melo. B minus. I'm gonna go B minus, man. We're gonna continue that triple B's right now. It's on you, brother. But I'm gonna keep up the B's.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So we got a B plus, a B, Travis, or a B minus. Regular B, right? You said B?
A B minus.
Or B minus, or two
B minus.
B plus and two B minuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real quick about this. I ain't even gonna go into a lot of details. Y'all talked about all of it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get a product a C. I'm still not giving it a B, and I'm gonna tell you why I gave it a C. Um, I don't feel like this. All this stuff. I wasn't really entertained by this stuff that much. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I heard y'all saying it. I the only parts I was really entertained by were the major moments. So the Vision breaking up was exciting. Like I was ready to say Raw was just trash until that happened at the end of the show. I felt the Seth talking about I don't need folks knowing. I was like, oh, they planning this. Like this is what's going on here. And then at the end of the show, they did it. And we'll talk about, well, really, because of Seth Rollins getting hurt and all that stuff, they switched it up and did it that quickly, which is fine. They started making the Vision, the other guys look stronger. And so they look strong with doing that. I thought that was a good look. But the rest of the show, I didn't care about it all. NXT, this is probably my first time on NXT watching, and I was like, this wasn't a B product. I feel like this was like a C as well. I wasn't entertained again by anything that happened other than when they talked about Trick Williams and Ricky Saints about the title match was going to happen Halloween Havoc. There was no Oba going on or nothing like that, so there wasn't anything really for me to be excited about. I mean, the ladies did have a battle royal and all, which is cool, but and then for SmackDown, seen Ilja Dragunov as much times I did see him. It was a couple times on Raw, and then he got injured. Travis says he's a big fan of which I don't understand because he hates the coup de grace, but this guy's move is a running forearm. So I'm like, how do you hate the coup de grace and say it's the worst move ever when the dude finish move is a running forearm to you while you on the ground? But that's neither here nor there. I'm glad he did get a spot. Somebody else got it. I kind of wish Sammy would have kept the belt a little longer because I felt like he was the fighting as champion and was actually the best champion right now. And he was having the open challenge, which was pretty cool. I know he actually chose for Ilja to go over on him. I was wishing it was going to be somebody else later on. At this point, I kind of think a lot of people forgot about Ilja. I wasn't even thinking about him at the moment. So it was like, we got other guys coming up and all that stuff. It's going to be one of them, and it ended up being him. I did recognize and did pay attention to his pop, though, which was kind of phony, Travis. So I hope that gets together and all his presentation a little better because they weren't really like going off on him when he returned and all that. So, but yeah, man, whatever. He did his thing. That Cody Rhodes at the end, Drew McIntyre, you knew nobody was going to championship or championship was going to change hands in that. I didn't care. MFT looking a little stronger. YA6, I'm actually caring about them a little bit for something. I don't know if I really care about them though. If I'm just enjoying the MFT some. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna get a product of C in general. I didn't think anything but the spots. I thought it was a bunch of spots again, major spots and stuff where they actually want a shock value, and that's how they got their shock value. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a C. That's my quick review. Travis.
Yes, sir.
Travis.
Uh-huh.
What were our highs and lows brought to you by, or brought to the folks out there by?
To the good folks from Fanatics.
Mm-hmm. This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description. Yes. Please help us out and follow that link to Fanatics. Get all of your sports products, apparel, all of your combat sports apparel, all of your WWE apparel. Go to that link, help the channel out, and help us out there. Also, want to make sure I remind you guys, I didn't say at the beginning, if you're interested at the end of the show, we do questions and comments. Hit us up with @WTC so we know that you're hitting us up with a comment. This show is very interactive. We want it to be. So definitely hit us up. Let us know how you feel about the show or any topic or comment we speak on. Definitely hit us up. And if it's respectful and all, we'll definitely answer you in return. And we'll put you up on the stage as far as your comment and address it. But let's get to our wrestling tip. All right, y'all. I basically want to kind of make these quick points. So I'm gonna probably leave it on the screen and everybody just say something. So let me see. Mute your mics. I see Queen's not right there. I'll mute yours, BA. and I'm unmute yours. You already unmuted Travis. So, well, BA, you got to unmute your own mic. But yeah, I'm put this on the screen, and just quick hitters, y'all. Let me know how you feel about it. Queen, you can unmute yourself if you want to speak as well. But shout out to Wrestling News. They posted this. It says Vince McMahon appears in court today, or the other day, I'm sorry, and he avoids conviction in the reckless driving case he was dealing with. Anybody want to speak on this? No? Okay, we move on then. Pass it on. Pass the special to the left-hand side. All right, let's keep it moving then. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but Jacob Fatu is out of action as well into 2026, allegedly because of a non-wrestling injury. His mouth, allegedly, I think it's dealing with his teeth. He just had done and he couldn't wrestle yet. So anybody want to speak on this topic?
I guess we see you at the Royal Rumble.
Maybe further into the past the Royal Rumble.
Well into it. So, I mean, we
Think so?
don't know what they can definitely lie to our face, but at the same time, he's definitely losing his mystique. So maybe some time off, and then maybe come back at a high spot might do him some work there, some justice. But ain't nobody scared of him no more.
Yeah, I hate that people got to go out with injuries and all that. I don't want that to be a good look. I don't want nobody to say, "Oh man, you want somebody to injure." But at the same time, like Queen kind of said earlier, with these people getting kind of hurt and all, it's kind of forcing WWE to have to like pivot a little bit and go different ways and do different things. So I'm excited for the other guys about to come up. I do, like you said, BA, kind of dislike that he's already like locked in. Like he really didn't even get to the point before to even like he was kind of on a downward trajectory a little bit. And then for him to be going out for injury and he's kind of like locked in and penciled in for like a championship opportunity. I do not like that. So I we'll see what happens with that. But other people get to step.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were in Japan at the time, but she ended up getting her nose broken. I believe it was Roxanne, was it Raquel Rodriguez, did a power bomb with Io Sky onto Rhea's face by mistake. And I don't know who, I didn't even see like the spot yet. So I don't know who was at fault and all of that, but this is Rhea. Anyone have anything to say about this one?
I mean, it happened to the best person.
You say what, Quinn?
She said it couldn't happen to a better person. Something along those lines. You gotta learn how to bob. You gotta look, man. You gotta have a quick face, man. You gotta turn.
How to bob and weave.
Yeah, I gotta see this, bro, because I'm like, how the hell did she get it in her face? Like, did she kick her in the face on mistake or something like that?
A body.
Yeah, coming to your face, like I don't know. I gotta see this.
We gotta wait to see the video. It's gonna definitely make its rounds.
Next, Andrade. So it's a little bit of AEW news in the low. It kind of deals with WWE as well. So let's talk about it. So Andrade's WWE non-compete issue halting. Well, I'm sorry. So WWE's non-compete issue is halting Andrade's AEW run. So a little backstory about this. We all know Andrade ended up walking out in the company. Allegedly, he had a wellness policy issue or whatever, and a whole bunch of different issues. What happened with. But yeah, he ended up leaving. That was the whole situation in the end. He didn't wait till his contract was done or nothing. He kind of did a CM Punk. And with them doing a CM Punk or whatever, WWE now has in their contracts where it used to be like a 90-day or 60-day non-compete clause. But if you are now released for a reason, like breaching a contract or something like that, they supposedly have in your contract or the right to have you have a non-compete for a year, 365 days, y'all. So allegedly, this is crazy. But Andrade may be unable to wrestle anywhere and be a wrestler for a whole year. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, that's one of them situations where I feel like we as regular people sympathize and understand, but at the same time, we have to also understand he did sign a contract and that more than likely it was outlined in some way that would be a kind of like when you get divorced, like if you want to go for divorce, sometimes people put in a prenup, if somebody cheats, that means you forfeit getting a certain amount of money. It's just one of them things where you sign the dotted line and you agree to that. So it's just kind of like, I feel sorry for you, but damn, a year though, like
Yeah,
but that
that's the
tells you
part
he
I'm on.
really thought he was gonna stay with
Yeah.
WWE though. That's what that
Yeah,
tells you. He was like,
the
yeah, I'm
part I
100%
have it.
sure.
I
Yeah.
do think he should be. I do think he should be like disciplined or whatever you want to say, held accountable for doing what he did. So I do understand if it was more than 90 days and all that. But I'm like, geez, a year though. But I mean, he walked out on it. He decided to do that. He breached the
Right.
contract. Like I don't know what this. I don't know what to say. Like that's how people go to court and all that stuff for contracts. And if that was part of your
Mm-hmm.
contract and you breached it, then you shouldn't have walked out, bro. You should have just did your time and had the suspension for a second. Now you got a whole year. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, man. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Look, AEW gets some of this too. Like, yo, you can't have people joining your program and not know their contract situation. Like that makes you look bad.
Right.
That makes you have a talent
Yeah, they
boss
should
like a
have asked to
GM.
see his
You got a
contract from
GM in sports.
WWE.
You gotta know all those things. Like, yo, how can you just come up? Are you good? Like, is everything? Yeah, I'm good. All right, cool. Go out and rest. Like, it don't work like that. So AEW gets some of this. The main person in all this is Andrade. You got to know your contract, bro. You sign what you sign. So you big dummy
Mm-hmm.
and keep it moving. It's his fault.
He said you get a
Yeah,
you
and
big
then isn't
dummy.
that the same reason why Edge can't go do a match with John Cena because he's still in a contract, right? That's why
Yeah,
Edge
because
can't
his
go do what he
contract
want to
wouldn't
go
be
do.
over quick
Like you
enough.
don't
Yeah.
get to just do what you want to go do when you got a contract. Like we not
Yeah.
kids. Like it's just one of them things where it's
Mm.
like I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you
Well,
signed a bad
you gotta get a
contract
regular
or that
job.
You're an
that
independent
clause was on
contractor
there.
that signed a contract,
Yeah.
a bad contract, and now you got to deal with the contract until it's over. That's what a contract
Yeah, it's
is.
like it's like you
Mm-hmm.
signed at a record label, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry
Yeah.
you didn't know not to make that deal, or
As
at
long as
least
they're
argue
not
that deal or
doing anything
negotiate
like
it.
illegal or
Illegal,
something like
yeah.
that, you feel me? Or inhumane
It's
or something
frowned
like
upon.
that.
It's
Like,
unethical, but it's not illegal. It's unethical that you want to
yeah,
keep him not working for a year. But at the
yeah,
same time, he agreed to that. So we
yeah,
like, I'm sorry you agreed to that, Andrade. I'm sorry you didn't have a lawyer look
yeah.
over it and then renegotiate your contract.
Hey
Yeah.
man, they treat you like a
Right.
black person. All right,
Yeah.
y'all. Next on the list. So this will be like a two-parter. So Triple H is taking on more political duties, hires a liaison to the White part of Dirt Sheet Radio. That, and also that'll follow up with this. Shout out to wrestling news again. WWE and Paul Levesque has hired a director to lead AI storytelling. And allegedly, this has already happened. They've hired the director, and the AI storytelling is already happening. So I'm gonna actually minimize the screen for this one because I want to see everybody's opinion on this one. Get your faces. What do y'all think about this, man?
To
I'm not
me, it's
overly
like
surprised.
I'm right. Go ahead, Queen.
But at the same time, yeah, it's one of them things where we can kind of tell, like the quality hasn't been great for at least months on this show. We've talked about the fact that the storytelling hasn't been the greatest. And that thankfully, when all these random things happen, they're forced to kind of think a little bit more outside of the box and not be so mundane with their storytelling. But until before then, yeah, I can tell they had somebody in AI over there, like someone that was using AI because goddamn, we were getting some dumbass stories.
Hmm.
Like no offense, why was I understand that Rhea Ripley went and trained in Japan, but why is she in the story with AI?
Because there's nothing to do for her. Go ahead, BA.
Um, it's to me, it's like analytics in sports. It's a part of it. It's a way to track certain things. It's a way to automatically come up with different things that you probably won't think of. So I'm not knocking it. It's when it leads. When I hear the word leads, it's taking the forefront. Wait a second, now we got too many people that's supposed to be veterans in this game. Like you gotta try to like manage it versus letting it lead because it's computer generated. Like who knows where it could go in a sense, right? So I don't like that aspect of it, but at the same time, it's yeah, I don't have an issue with it. Like I think everybody was like, oh my god, AI this, and it was like, oh, like yeah, nah, it's the future. It's definitely the future. But we gotta manage it way better than I think what has been going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
My issue is
this
that it takes away creativity, I feel like. I like the creativity and the work of, like,
Yeah,
regular
this
people
just
like you and
reminds me
me
of that
writing.
time when this just remind me of the time when Raw had that, that GM, that computer GM.
that was a real person though. This is really an artificial intelligence, but like, so I don't I hate what BA saying as far as it's the future and all that. Yeah, it is the future. Right
Yeah.
now, in the future of WWE creative is trash, and AI is not at a point where AI is like making stuff that's like top notch yet. Completely, like you can tell AI is getting better, but you can still see that's AI, man. Like you feel me? Like that's doing dumb stuff. It ain't at a point where you can watch a whole movie that's AI or something like that yet. Why the hell is WWE already having AI write their stories when their storyline is trash? That's what I think it is. And y'all you say what you want to do. WWE being cheap again. WWE is trying to get rid of real people and have to pay people. Shout out to Bobby Monsoon with the $3 billion of debt. Again, they are trying to get rid of people. The cheapest way to do stuff, let AI write your resume for you, give it to folks, have them read this nonsense, go out there because people are still going to watch the show enough and buy enough of the product to get you out of debt. WWE is doing the least to get the most. That's what WWE has been doing for a while. That's what they're up to, and that's why their product is trash. It is what it is. This AI, a director to lead AI storytelling when Road Dogg is trash at being creative, the top of creative for SmackDown. When you got all these people just telling you this and this, you got Triple H, and allegedly Triple H wasn't even at the show yesterday. What was that? Friday at SmackDown. Bruce Pritchard ran it. So Triple H not even been at the shows and all. So they don't care. They have gotten to the point where they look at us like we stupid. They like, you guys are going to do whatever they're at that point. People are going to pay for this no matter what we do. So we're going to give you the least and you're still going to give us the most. And they so dumb that they failed on stuff like this. Yep. They're so dumb that they failed on stuff like John Cena had 60,000 people in queue for his final ticket. They could have had John Cena not only at a arena, a huge like arena, they could have had him at a stadium. That's how many people they wanted there. But because of this whole thing and losing out and then going and the whole DC thing and the highest bidder, they only got them there. So they're going to miss out there. The Saturday Night Main Event, it could have been a major PLE. But that's WWE not being the smartest. They're not smart at all. They're just greedy. That's what I come to terms with this. But we got a little bit of time left, y'all. Let me try to do this because I wanted to touch on Bleacher Report's list real quick of the top 25 male and female wrestlers of the last 25 years. So let me do the male one first. So here's their list for the top 25 male. They have John Cena number 1. This is from 2000 to 2025, by the way. John Cena number 1, Randy Orton number 2, Roman Reigns number 3, Rey Mysterio 4, Chris Jericho 5, Undertaker 6, Kurt Angle 7, Seth Rollins 8, The Rock 9, Daniel Bryan 10, Edge 11, 12 Batista, 13 Triple H, 14 CM Punk, 15 Eddie Guerrero, 16 Jeff Hardy, 17 Shawn Michaels, 18 Batista, 19 AJ Styles, 20 Stone Cold Steve Austin, 21 Cody Rhodes, 22 Dean Ambrose, 23 Kevin Owens, 24 Booker T, 25 Kofi Kingston. So I'll let you guys attack this how you want to again. Pause. So what do you guys think about this list? Because I think this list is crazy.
I think so too.
Yeah. Can you make it big again for a second?
Mm-hmm. How is Steve Austin 20?
How is Kevin Owens even on there? Like, if we're really talking about the
How is Rey Mysterio number 4?
How is Steve
how are
Austin
some of those
number
people
20?
ranked too
I know
low and
Steve
some of those people
Austin
shouldn't even be on there.
I know Steve Austin had a a shorter career and all, but his run started in 98, 2 years before 2000. None of his run is included in the 2000s, they're saying. So he's number 20 beneath AJ Styles for WWE. Steve
Yeah, the
Austin.
fact that AJ Styles is one on there, but two ranked so high is
Triple
laughable.
H is never higher than Steve Austin. I'm sorry, bro. This is what?
Like the Triple H right there.
Dean Ambrose higher than Kevin Owens?
I don't like how Daniel Bryan is above Edge.
Bro, I don't know how Daniel Bryan number 10. I don't
Right,
know how
that's
Daniel
what I'm
Bryan
saying.
above Triple H, and CM Punk. So hold up. Daniel Bryan above CM Punk?
Yep.
I'm saying to you, Daniel Bryan above CM Punk for WWE?
What's that? No. Oh yeah. But no. But I'm just saying he shouldn't be. Daniel Bryan shouldn't be number 10.
No, I'm asking you the question, Travis. Would you have Daniel Bryan
that?
above CM Punk?
No.
No, that's what the hell. Daniel Bryan above CM Punk? Daniel Bryan above Brock Lesnar?
No. This is like this whole list is like
Daniel
fraudulent.
Bryan above Batista?
I don't know. It seems like it's written
I
by
don't
like
even know
a
why they got Daniel Bryan
20-year-old,
above Booker
not to be
T.
rude, but like a 20-year-old that wasn't even there for the entire 25 years, let alone, like, yeah, no, I'm all right. This list is
What?
dookie.
I don't know how
Dookie.
Austin only
I don't
had
know why
3
Booker
years,
T
bro.
is so low.
You say what, Bia?
Austin only had 3 years.
2000, I know.
2000
And that was
to 2003.
and that's better than Daniel Bryan.
You got people's like whole careers.
In Austin, his 3 years are better than he only had a 5-year run. Is that dude?
Well, Austin really had like a 6 since 316. That was his run.
I got you. I was saying as a
He
champion.
he just wasn't champion.
Yes. So 97.
96, 97, yeah. So that's like 4 to 5 years before 2000.
So you think Daniel Bryan bigger than Austin in the 2000s? That's what you try. That's all you trying. That's what you trying to say. That's what it sounds like you're trying to say to me. Like you're trying to
Yes
get me to
was
say
crazy.
Okay, the yes movement is crazy. Your boy was Austin when I used to like the Rock and all that. You telling me that Daniel Bryan, that yes movement, bigger than Stone Cold Steve Austin? That's what you trying to tell me?
It's not bigger. I would agree with some of these people, Daniel, but they got Daniel Bryan 10th. That's pretty high. They are saying like his whole totality from the before the yes, the no movement. That was a movement too. No. Him and Kane, like they talking about all those things.
And that's bigger than Punk.
That's not bigger than Punk. It's not bigger than Punk.
That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't just Austin behind him. It's bigger than Punk.
No, it's some disservices going on. I'm not knocking that. I don't think Austin should be 20, but you gotta find it's careers versus 3 years. That's the only thing for Austin.
Why the Rock so high? Because of his recent years?
Yes, because those 20. Every time he comes back, those little bit of times that they matter. Him winning the championship belt, final balls matters. All those are counted.
Daniel Bryan should be above Brock Lesnar?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Daniel Bryan above Triple H?
My bias is saying yes.
I don't like Triple H either, but my bias is saying no. Like, no way. That reign of terror. Daniel Bryan ain't nothing like Triple H, man.
But after he left DX and he came back and torn his quads and everything for that quad injury.
They doing that so that whole yes movement ain't changed the industry though. You feel me? The industry was going downhill doing that yes movement.
Think about it. Think about it when we was ranking them average.
See how Cody Rhodes
didn't even have the yes average that high.
But Cody Rhodes had about a run like Daniel Bryan as far as the years. You see where Cody is, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan bigger than Cody Rhodes?
if they do 2000 to 2025, then yes.
That's including all the Cody Rhodes and all that stuff, dashing, all that stuff, and
all
now,
and all that extra stuff is
right
trash.
now, this run is Cody. I mean, Daniel Bryan was bigger than that.
All that extra stuff was trash.
What extra stuff is trash?
The dashing and all everything that's not what you see now for Cody Rhodes is trash.
But Daniel wasn't winning. Always.
Daniel,
it ain't like Daniel. Daniel was the lower card dude too.
Daniel had a pop since NXT.
Cody Rhodes
He
had a
was the
pop.
one that Miz couldn't get a handle on and stuff. Like,
Are you forgetting about undashing and all that stuff? When he's wrestling Rey Mysterio and all that.
Nobody care about that.
Okay, all right. That's why. Well, why is he Cody now? Then if nobody cared about it,
because of what he did during AEW, and then he came back.
It was before AEW. It's
He
Ring of
had
Honor.
to
It was Ring of Honor. BA was Ring of Honor. As soon as he left, they started doing the Cody Rhodes.
Let's go Ring of Honor
with the Stardust
AEW,
and all that stuff,
and then he came back.
Nobody was mad at the undashing. It was the Stardust. They said was his issue when he was doing Stardust, saying, "Oh, Stardust, they shouldn't have did that to him." That's just man, them not liking him again and putting him like down the bottom of the barrel and stuff, and treating his family like trash. That was his whole story of why he left and all that stuff because of that. I just don't see how Daniel Bryan bigger than Cody. So Cody's the guy right now, like the guy. Daniel Bryan is bigger than Cody Rhodes.
Oh, let me ask. Can I ask y'all this?
Daniel Bryan had a movement.
Say if Daniel Bryan was to come back like right now. Say he came back to WWE and he challenged Cody Rhodes right now. Do you have Daniel? Do you have Daniel Bryan beating Cody Rhodes? No.
But that's just because of situation and all too. When they both won AEW, did you see Daniel Bryan is more the top draw than Cody Rhodes? I still thought it was Cody's company.
Yeah, right. It was Cody's company. Like
even when CM Punk came over there, CM Punk took that away. Daniel Bryan ain't that big of a draw. Like that's not a knock on nobody. I don't know who needs to hear that, but Daniel Bryan, like, what is he doing as Bryan Danielson? These guys right here, all these guys on this list, if they go to any organization, they are that dude, right? Like you go when CM Punk went to anywhere, he's CM Punk. When Cody Rhodes now go to anywhere, he Cody Rhodes. When Kurt Angle goes somewhere, Daniel Bryan is Daniel Bryan, bro. Bryan Danielson now. That's all I'm saying. It was, but I don't think it make him above. Was he above Randy Orton there?
Well, he's not above Randy Orton.
Is he above Chris Jericho?
No,
he's not above Chris Jericho.
So why is Chris Jericho not above? Why isn't he above Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho maybe had a better title run, maybe.
So is it title run? We going up? That's what I'm saying. Daniel Bryan, his title run is not competing with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the guy with Roman Reigns' belt on for 2 runs now. Daniel Bryan never was the guy. Even when he had the belt, it was the underdog story.
No belts. He was double champion.
He took the belt from Randy Orton when Randy was a double champion. He already unified the championship before they gave one belt. He took the belt, the unified champion.
With 2 championships.
Yes, well, from Randy Orton, and he was still not the main guy. He was the underdog story. It wasn't like Daniel Bryan gonna beat everybody's ass. He got to hold the belt.
Daniel Bryan with the Wyatts, and he had that was crazy.
Okay.
Y'all forget that
everybody got crazy stories. That ain't no damn that ain't no damn Rock against Cody. I mean, what's this? Against Cena or nothing like that. That ain't that type of storyline.
Out of all the characters there, him at number 10. That's the one that you like. That's crazy.
That's the main one. That's crazy.
So
crazy.
somebody
Daniel
was
Bryan
like,
somebody
was a yes fan, and so somebody had to be noticing something to put him at 10.
Daniel Bryan over Edge. Edge like a 10-time champion, an 11-time champion. Daniel Bryan over Edge.
Yeah, Edge ain't had no yes move.
Got you. That's just crazy, man. Edge return to the Royal Rumble though was huge. Daniel Bryan over Brock Lesnar. Over Triple H. Eddie Guerrero over Shawn Michaels, they tripping. I think that Eddie Guerrero, never mind. I ain't gonna get let's leave it alone. People gonna hate me. I start talking about Eddie Guerrero bias that go on now. But that's the men.
I
Let's
think
get to the
Kurt Angle
women
should
real quick.
I'll say that.
I'm not mad at him. I wouldn't be mad if he was higher or lower. I'm not mad. He in the top 10. All right. Here are the ladies. Definitely want to try to get Queen's opinion on this if she know anything about this, but I'll rank these. We got Becky Lynch as number 1.
Number 1.
Charlotte Flair is number 2. Trish Stratus is number 3.
Trash because China's at 8. I don't need to talk
Sasha
about it.
Banks at
China's
5.
at 8. This list is
Bailey
trash.
at 6. Hold on, let me say this for the podcast listeners. Bianca Belair at 7. China at 8. Asuka at 9. Lita at 10. Ronda Rousey at 11. Paige at 12.
Yes.
Io Sky at 13. They put both of the Bella twins together. As 14. Beth Phoenix is 15. Natalia as 16. Mickey James is 17. AJ Lee 18. Alexa Bliss 19. Liv Morgan 20. 21 Alondra Blaze. 22 Shayna Baszler. Wow. 23 Bull Nakona. 24 is Jacqueline and 25 is Michelle McCool. So again, everybody, what do you feel about this
So
list?
they just threw Undertaker's lady on there just for just SMG.
Just because. Yep.
I think Michelle McCool the top 25. I'm fine with her. Nah, Michelle wasn't trash. Y'all tripping. Michelle McCool ran the block.
Yeah,
she ran the block
they
with
put people like
Layla.
Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, who I don't have any beef with, above China is kind of just crazy. Because at this, I like the way that they like. Where is so they threw all these people in here, right? So where Brock Lesnar wife?
Sable.
Yeah, why she not on here? Because they just threw a bunch of bitches on here that like they put people
If
like
the Bella twins on there, she should be.
Should have been higher than that. Why are the Bella twins 14? Like
if
what?
Why
are they
and they put the Bella twins together?
Why are they fucking on there?
When do you ever put siblings?
Okay.
When do you ever put siblings together though? When do you ever make a list and say, we put Booker T and Stevie Ray?
They put Jeff Hardy by himself on that other list.
I know we're gonna put Booker T and Stevie Ray together and say, they won list.
On the men's list, it had the Hardy Boys.
No, it didn't have Jeff Hardy.
I'm lying.
No, it had Jeff Hardy by himself. It was Jeff Hardy by himself.
Did it? Would they do the Usos together? As they did the greatest? Would they say the Usos?
If Jay didn't have his run, yes.
But I was
No.
Like, I'm not even going to disrespect Charlotte Flair's, like, as far as her career and shit, okay? So I'm not going to disrespect her on that shit. But the fact that you would put Becky Lynch number 1 above Charlotte Flair, above China, above Lita. Like, you talking about people that, like, and then plus they were, as much as they were sucking AJ Lee's coochie, like, why she's so low on the list?
Jesus, Queen.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
But definitely.
I'm just saying. And Jacqueline, why put Jacqueline so low? Like, especially it bothers me. They put some of the legends really like lower, way lower than they should be, and put them like below people that it's like, huh? You saying that Jacqueline's influence on wrestling is not more important than AJ Lee's influence on wrestling? I would say Jacqueline's influence is a lot more than AJ Lee's. Sorry. Like, I would say hers is even more than Paige.
This is where I do not get this. So AJ Lee and them had like a movement and all that stuff. Why she ain't like Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, why she not so high? She missed Pipe Bomb, right? And
I'm just trying to figure out by the way this stuff is written. Like, why isn't AJ Lee high?
It wasn't a yes.
They mixed their biases up.
It wasn't a yes movement. Well, it wasn't a yes movement with men, but according to like the women, according to the women and all, it was a pipe bomb and all, and one of the biggest. It wasn't of women of all time.
In women.
She had women girls skipping.
Like I'm
okay. Hold on, Travis. So you giving one lady. Okay, I didn't get to the number 1 yet. Why ain't AJ Lee higher? Daniel Bryan wasn't number 1. He was number 10.
Yep. That's why I said
I didn't say she should be
crazy.
number 1. I'm just saying, why is she lower?
He left too soon. Short. I think they're marking you down for having the longevity. She didn't have longevity.
Okay. I don't get the Becky. I'm not against it. I don't think neither one of them should be that high. I'm fine with AJ Lee being this low. I don't get the Becky Lynch stuff though. Like I think I missed that whole thing. And the crazy part about Becky Lynch is, so here's my thing with Becky Lynch,
Really?
which makes me think she's not number one.
Shit. Like,
hold on, Queen. Hold on. The thing I think was she's not number one, and she wouldn't be number one in my opinion, is because I don't feel Becky Lynch now. Pause. So if Becky Lynch was the greatest woman of all time, when Becky Lynch returns, whenever she returns, I should feel like this
should be
is
just
Becky
a pop,
Lynch.
a hugest pop.
No, hold on.
Every time.
That's you. She is killing it right now.
You think Becky Lynch you think she got the biggest pop?
She is making the Intercontinental Championship relevant.
Two things can be true.
In the water.
BA.
I'm telling you. Hold on.
Go.
She is taking the place as the women's champion. She's been doing it since Naomi was still there. Like Naomi would just do a small segment, and Becky would have the major segment. She's been.
I feel like you keep switching. But I feel like you're switching. So you're calling her Seth Rollins. She's the workhorse. Then what I'm saying to you is, why ain't her pop like Rhea Ripley? If she is the number one women's wrestler of all time, if Steve Austin returns right now, you know what you're about to hear. You know if Hulk Hogan would have returned.
Injury that pop's crazy.
You know if Hulk Hogan, why ain't her pop still like that? That's all I'm saying. AJ Lee had a crazy pop when she returned to one time. Why ain't there pop like that?
She's too much of a heel.
When she was a face, when she was doing the face part, I didn't think when she first returned and she kept going. That's why they changed her heel, because it wasn't hitting like that when she was
when she was on top of her game. Nobody on this list was better than her. Nobody.
I hear that part, and I understand you. I hear that part. As I keep asking about the right now, I hear about when she was on her game. Well, if you're the number one woman of all time, if you're the number one woman of all time, you're always on your game. I've never heard you are the number one. Roman Reigns going to leave, and he's not going to have that pop like that no more because he's not at his best.
Men are different.
That I've never.
Nobody on this list is going to come back 5 years from now and have the same exact pop that they did when they was wrestling. Nobody.
Trish Stratus does.
Trish Stratus does.
Trish Stratus does. Oh my.
Okay, when Becky take 5 years off and come back, she gonna get a pop.
If Lita returned right now, she wouldn't.
It'll be a small pop. That's what I'm saying. If you talking about if I haven't seen
somebody, it's gonna be a small pop.
Yeah,
hold up. If she leaves for a while and comes back again, just like you said these other people were doing, and she leaves for 2 years and comes back, she's gonna get a pop. What are we saying?
Got you. So you think Lita? You don't think Lita will continuously be popped though? That's what I'm saying. You don't think every episode Lita comes out?
Die out. If she came back and wrestled regular, it'll die out eventually.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't think Ronda should be that in the middle.
No, hell no. When I got to Ronda, I'm like Ronda's ridiculous.
Longevity or the pop.
Yeah,
why isn't Lita higher though?
All right, why isn't Lita higher?
My problem is, why is Bayley even higher than Bianca Belair and Chyna?
There you go. Bayley shouldn't be there.
Don't ask me.
Bayley shouldn't be there.
I don't even think Sasha. I don't even think Sasha Banks should be above Bianca Belair.
I don't know. I mean, she got like 10 titles right now.
No. Travis, we not talking. She's an AEW. You might say that's an AEW wrestler.
Or WWE. That's right. What we gonna realize here for this particular list is whoever made this list was a huge fan of the Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsewomen.
Yes, that's why Bayley's 6.
That's why Becky Lynch number 1. That's why Becky Lynch number 1.
And Charlotte's number 2. Yes, they are a huge fan of them. They think that they transcended women's sports.
Gotcha.
That's why.
I'm not, and like I said, I don't disagree with that, but it's just like, damn, bro, like.
And we also got, I think, some of the Trish is number 3. That's pretty good.
That's how I'd have put her higher. I think Trish is the greatest woman of all time, but that's neither here nor there.
If you would let me include the 90s, then yes, I think she busts up number 1 easily.
Is she really 90s? That's really a bunch of 90s. Ain't TNA 2000?
I think it started in the late 90s.
That wasn't after Austin and all that. With testing Albert. That ain't 2000 with Ruthless.
Let me double check. But go ahead, keep talking.
I think that was little attitude, like a little attitude era, like the end of attitude era. Like
yeah, but it was attitude era. But 2000 was still. I'm saying I think that was like right there at that
no, it was.
moment.
You're right. It was 2000. Yeah. So that's a whole career.
That's Trish is all the way in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. I don't think Charlotte was ever that big of a draw popularity wise.
No, I think she was forced. So she's not. She's Triple H. Yeah. So she shouldn't be as high. She's Triple H.
No.
Charlotte's not leader. Not leader. I would put Lita above Charlotte.
Facts.
If we talk about movements and all that stuff, we just talk about the greatest. Like your championship don't make you the greatest wrestlers by having the most championships, right? Like we go off of pop and all that stuff, like how people feel about you. Lita is more popular than Charlotte Flair.
Yes, agreed. Yeah,
that's why I'm like,
they just fans of the 4 Horsewoman.
The Bellas over Mickie James.
That's all trash. That's just trash.
You know what?
Like I understand Alundra Blaze being so low, and like the Bull and the Coleman and all that stuff are cool because they were in the 90s.
Alundra played like she probably wrestled like 1 or 2 years collectively.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's only you talking about Alundra Blaze.
Yeah.
No, Alundra was usually on Saturday on a little what was that? Saturday Superstars and all that stuff. Alundra Blaze was always she was the only woman. She was the only woman that was wrestling. It was her and whoever was the other woman at the time that was wrestling. That was Alundra. But that was like 90s though. That's what I'm saying. That she didn't wrestle.
Like,
she's old like 2000s.
She was old by 2000.
She was already in WCW and all that. That's somebody's list is dumb.
This
list don't make sense.
Like why is she even this high? Like I said, what was she doing for the last 25 years?
I don't think she wrestled in the WWE, but probably one time since 2000. That's probably in the Battle Royal Evolution and all that stuff.
That was like 97.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She shouldn't be in this list, even nor Bull and Jacqueline. Like probably just make it.
She was straight attitude era, right? Like
that was mainly the attitude. I was showing her breasts and all that stuff.
That's one time as a child.
Speaking which table,
God, bro. Some of the stuff talking to Queen and all that stuff about that. Some of the stuff that we got to watch as a kid on WWE, bro. Jeez, Vince McMahon, bro, you wow. But Beth Phoenix, I'm fine. Like I say, my only thing I don't understand why Becky number 1. I'm gonna let you have that point because I don't. Like there are other women. There are other women. There are other women that's on this list that still wrestle right now that I feel like can get a bigger pop than Becky Lynch. And that's just my thing of what I feel like right now. And she could be the whole her run and all that stuff is great and all. To me, if you number 1, I don't feel like you should be able to do that, but it's probably because I didn't see that. So I'm going off of, like I say, right now, I don't think she's number 1. But hold up, is Rhea Ripley on here? Am I tripping? Yeah, she's number 4. Okay, we're at number 4 already.
She's number 4.
Y'all agree with that?
What you just said already.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think she should be. I think she should be though.
You think so?
I think she should be 4, bro. She has that China impact. She's China part 2. She's China part 2. Like she is. She should be up there, bro. Rhea Ripley is popular like a dude. I may not like her like that, but she popular like a dude in wrestling. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it may not be what I like, but it is what it is. She is. I wasn't a big Steve Austin fan, but Steve Austin is who he is.
Come out right now. When you hear Ripley, whatever that demon start, whatever that.
This is my brutality. You feel me? They go off.
This is my brutality.
Yeah, that's where the pop come in.
That place go off, bro.
I think just the longevity part, like it's like 3 years.
And that's why I was saying about Austin. You feel what I'm saying? Why these lists don't make sense? That's what you just said about Austin. You said it's like 3 years.
Yes.
Austin was 20.
So you're projecting with Rhea, not you, but like this.
Yeah, I know they're saying the list.
It has to be projecting because 3. It don't make sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. 3 years versus all of Lita's career. That's crazy.
Yeah. Ooh. So is anybody other than Lita you put above it though? I know we want to move on real quick because we're getting above an hour and all, but anybody other than Lita that you put above
at that back
Rhea
half?
Ripley?
Nah.
Past 5. So anybody else on that list other than Lita would you put above Rhea Ripley? Because you said she up high, she at number 4. Because I'm like, if you're only putting Lita above it, that means she's still at 5. You putting China above her? China was a martyr in a way. She ain't get to be what she could be. Like she is. She crawled. She crawled so that Rhea could walk.
Yeah. That's about it. I mean, it's not crazy. It's just four do look crazy, but it ain't too many I'll put above her.
It's just basically some of this bottom half of the list for me
is better than some of these people's whole career already. Unfortunately,
I wouldn't put Ronda at 11. Io Sky should be above Ronda and Paige.
No, Ronda need to be lower.
Yeah,
I put Beth Phoenix
above. Paige is 12. No way.
I put Natalya above Ronda.
18.
I think Alexa Bliss should be above Paige and Ronda.
I think Liv should have had a higher spot too.
Maybe.
Liv,
I gotta sit and
she got
Liv was skyrocket. She was having that Stephanie Vaquer type stuff, but she ain't there. She ain't having long enough for me yet. Like she's going to be up high, but I think that's about right for right now to be all time.
Yeah, it said like right now, like she's right where she needs to be.
No, everybody, all those people should be above Natalya, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, they should.
I say that
right.
They never gave Natalya her shot.
Natalya?
That's
they all everybody, damn near everybody that actually wrestled in the 2000s below Natalya should be above her. You're right. Natalya should probably be the bottom. She should probably be the measuring stick. That sucks. But it is what it
is. That's interesting.
Put the Bellas down the bottom.
Yeah, but not as far as popularity, Travis.
Bellas shouldn't even be on this bitch, to be honest.
I hate the Bellas, man.
That TV show.
I don't want to say I hate them as far as them. I hate
because the other thing too is so have y'all noticed whose name is missing? Have y'all pause for a second? Did y'all notice whose name is missing? Where Trinity Fatu?
Oh, you're right. They didn't have Naomi on there.
Why is she not on here at all? She's not even on the damn list. That's why I'm saying why the Bella Twins even on here. She's not on there at all. Look, I was looking for Naomi and I looked for Trinity Fatu.
That's
list bullshit. I'm trying to tell you that list bullshit.
That show you how they thought about Naomi. And I told you, I thought Naomi was a Hall of Famer. I saw videos and all, even before Naomi won this last Hall of Fame. Where they were questioning,
Naomi was here
still,
a second ago.
Hold on, but they were questioning if Naomi was going to be a Hall of Famer, saying, I don't know if she's a Hall of Famer. I'm like, damn, what has Naomi not done to be a Hall of Famer yet?
Multiple gimmicks that won her titles.
She's multiple-time champion. It ain't like she's not she's more-time champion than Natalya.
But no, no.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Everybody was there on here except for Naomi. That's disrespectful as shit.
Went over. That's incredibly hard to do.
What's crazy is now with Naomi having his last gimmick change, she should be in the top 10. I'm going that far off this gimmick of her running. Being a woman and running a heel run like this,
I
might
agree.
be one.
That's why I was like, that list is already crazy because I was looking for her name. I forgot for a second. She's not even on that bitch.
Naomi had arguably the greatest heel women's run of all time. Tell me I'm lying.
If Bianca doesn't have a great run,
she ran this year for show and last year. So yeah, I would say so. Her heel run was.
Yeah, Bianca's going to be. Bianca's right. Like she's fine. She's in that top. I'm just saying, Naomi.
No,
give me a woman.
Younger.
I'm trying to piggyback balls off of that. Naomi run, especially if she comes back picking that up, she's top 5.
That's when she could be. Yes, Naomi is on that level.
Again, why Becky Lynch number 1?
Naomi there has never been a lady heel as captivating as Naomi just was. She was running the show, not just like the moment, the women's division and all. We were watching
Jimmy
Raw
put her out.
for Naomi.
She put herself out.
Well, she
like you said about that Becky Lynch type run, like you give the babyface more the credit because the babyface is harder to be over as a babyface. But Naomi was the heel that did it, though.
Yes, that's top 5.
I'm with you. That was a good pickup, Queen.
Mhm.
Good notice. Like, I ain't
That was a
I
good
ain't
eye,
peep that
Queen.
at first. Yeah, like
Mhm.
damn, they own me now on the list. That's damn, bro. And she came in with like right around the four horsemen, like right before them. AJ Lee and all that stuff.
Bro, if Alondra Blaze is on this damn list.
Yeah, why is Alondra them and Naomi them not on this list? Like, that's crazy, but
You
man,
funny.
oh man, that was awesome though. But BA, bro, what was the
That was
wrestling team
fun.
brought us by?
Man, play it back.
Yes, sir. Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show. Hey, shout out to Playback. Make sure you follow us over there. Queen, you gonna do another anime pretty soon? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I was going to do one for October, but obviously like it's been busy. So just an update if y'all haven't noticed, the name over there is I'm in radiation. So I do radiation every weekday. So that's kind of been a little rough. So my plan is that in November, before we go on our trip. So yeah, November I'll probably do one. We'll do one. We'll pick one that you like for your birthday, Mom.
Nice. But yeah, Queen. I see BA's comment. That was an excellent take. I forgot about that. Like that was incredible. Was that what you were talking about before I move on? Stuff like that though, Queen, for that round if we have a round table. Oh, did she freeze again? I think she did. Damn. But all right, y'all, let's get to the questions and comments then. Damn.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Hey, shout out to True Classes and DDP. We got a couple comments in here. First and foremost, shout out to Cuz. He said Sable not on there. Yeah, that's crazy, Cuz. That's Sable's.
Oh,
That's wild. There's NWWO. Shout out to New Wrestling World Order and Dietrich's over there. Appreciate you, Deontay. Make sure you subscribe if you don't already.
Came here from there. We appreciate you.
Yeah, please subscribe, man, and like the video.
Yeah, much love over there.
And check out our older video. It has WWE MAGA and like WWE font, and we had Dietrich on there for a controversial show. So check that out if you haven't already. It was an awesome show. We appreciate you.
I posted a link.
Okay, we gotta get him.
Yeah,
we have to get him back on the show. We're gonna try to get him. I've been talking to Queen about it. We're gonna try to get him and some of the other folks we deal with as well, like Kai and Bobby Monsoon as well, on like a roundtable one day, so we can get together, maybe just wrap it up and talk about the overall, quality of wrestling or level or place overall wrestling is at right now. Yeah, overall state. There you go, Travis. Appreciate you. But yeah, so that's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate everybody for joining the show again. Thank you for another one. This was a good one. Good little topic on Bleacher Report and all. Did you hear me, Queen, before? Was that the kind of topics you were talking about? As far as like the
yes,
as far as the round table? Okay.
A round table. Yeah, for a round table. Yep. Yeah, you're right on point.
But if you could do it already, do us a favor. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. It's near Travis' left shoulder over there. Also hit the like button while you're at it so other wrestling combat fans can know about this when we actually hit the show, and they'll show it to other folks and they can be like, oh, I didn't know you guys exist. This is awesome. Help us out by hitting that like button, but also hit that notification bell so you always know when we have hot fire dropping. I'm going to try to do more stuff I have time now, and just like videos when stuff is going on, maybe come on the stream real quick and drop stuff when news and stuff is going on. I thought about doing that. So check us out, hit the notification bell, and also when that type of stuff does happen, you're there first. You know about it first. Also, when Travis drops his incredible shorts, you know about those first as well. Do us another favor while you're at it. Follow us on our clip channel. We talk combat clips. We have condensed versions of our show. We're trying to get our member counts up over there. We appreciate you in advance. Also follow BA and the other 695 crew, Larry and Calvin, on Get Off the Damn Fence. They talk about all things sports related. I just say pop culture in general, but mainly sports related. Check them out on Wednesdays. Also check out BA along with Rel, Big J, and what's his name? Damn, Will. Geez, sorry, Will. Because we geek, where they talk about all things in anime and a movie and was a TV and movies. They have shows every Tuesday afternoon and Saturday morning. So check them out over there. Help them get to their goals. They're trying to get to 500 as well. These are also, like I said, it's a sister show, well, a brother show, I guess we should call it. So help us out. I help out the Glow Sun family. Also, follow myself and Rel at Cap and Crown. We talk about all things NBA, basketball in general, old school and new school. We have shows every Monday and Wednesday, and we might include Fridays as well, open to everybody. So check us out over there. Help us get to our next subscriber count of 5,000 subscribers. Help us out. But other than that, y'all, this was another episode of We Talk Combats. We talk about all things combat sports and entertainment. We are the best, the brightest, and the blackest combat sports review show there is out there. We'll see y'all again next Sunday, or maybe before then. Check us out actually before then. We'll be showing NXT, Halloween Havoc.
Halloween
Havoc. I'll let your boys and lady next week. As far as
Discord.
we're showing that in Discord and all that. You know, we show the WWE events all in Discord. Shout out to Devin and all that. Follow us over there. But other than that, we'll see y'all next week. Same combat time, same combat channel. We out. We love y'all. Peace.